Hey everyone, and welcome back for the second episode of the Virtual Sightseer Backcountry series. In this series, I'm trying to do shorter bush-style flights with some breathtaking backdrops and scenery. Today we're going to be taking off from Key West, Florida. We're going to head out west, find some islands to land near. We'll do some fishing, and then I think we'll head on back. So let's jump into the sim. Alright, let's go ahead and get it started up.
Gears up for water landing.
Go ahead and acknowledge that. We're going to be heading out west. We're currently facing east, so let's try and get it turned around here. Put those water rudders down. That'll help us turn. A little bit of flaps will help us get off the water. Alright, let's do it. Alright, we can bring that flaps up. Should only be about a 10-minute flight out to the island. Autopilot set up here. I think we'll do let's do 300 feet. Alright, we can get rid of this tablet for right now. Actually don't remember. Yep, we did bring our co-pilot along. I think he snuck in there and got the plane ready for us. I think if you guys stick around till the end, when we come back, I'll go ahead and take us by the cruise ship. Now for what it's worth, it is still a video game. It's not cruise sim. So yeah, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's still pretty cool. Going about 119 knots. We're at 300 feet. Bring up our tablet here, I'll show you guys where we're heading. So we're gonna head out here. We look real close. It looks like there's somewhere where I can beach this thing so it doesn't float away on us. We'll do our fishing, we'll jump back in. Hopefully the plane's still nearby, otherwise we might have to go for a swim. Alright, so if you look here, shows our waypoint. It's 8 nautical miles. I don't know if that'll give us a marker or not. So like if you look back here, we have our markers. Let's see if we have one up here. We do not. So maybe as we get closer it might pop in, but we'll see. I have done a little bit of practice flying with this plane in the Caravan. They're pretty difficult to land on the water. So I'm gonna do my best. Hopefully I don't flip us. We'll see. So as you guys can see, we have a couple little islands out here. I think the far side of this island where the crosshairs are. Sorry, this thing's pretty touchy, but I don't know if it's any better with a mouse. Oh, that's not bad. I think where the crosshairs are is where we're going. Yeah, maybe not. It might actually be further out this way, so I don't know, we'll see. I'm along for the ride just like you guys are, so luckily the weather's nice. Let's jump back out so you guys can see that. Let's jump back in here and see. Yep, so that is the one. Alright, let's disengage our autopilot. We're gonna loop around this side of the island. I'm gonna try and get a flyby camera view without crashing us. We're going to try and go right over there. Alright, that was pretty cool. Let's see what this looks like. I think I'm right in there. And then when we're ready to go, we'll just manhandle it out of there. We're gonna use this camera view. Slow down a little bit here. Add a notch of flaps. See our speed dropping quick there, which is good.
Gears up for water landing.
Sorry about that, guys. Okay. All right. I will take that. Let's go ahead and jump out. We beached it, but for what it's worth, that was the goal. Obviously, the physics in the game are still not perfect. You can see we're still kind of bouncing around. But this looks amazing. So we'll do a couple minutes of fishing here, and then I will go ahead and get the plane set back up, and we'll take off again. So we will jump in here. There we go. Was having trouble finding the mouse there for a second. So we are going to move this off screen so it's a little less distracting. We will go ahead and start fishing. Wants to know where we are. So I have the distance at 164 feet. Go ahead and cast it out. And we do have one on. We're going to reel it in. Got about 30 feet coming in. Alright, what did we get here? A horse-eyed jack. Alright, I think we're just going to release that one, send it back. Let's scoot over here. Alright, we are reeling in. I do have it set on easy, just for fun's sake, so. Let's see. Man. This is another type of jack. It says it's rare, so I guess we'll keep that one. You know what? I think I'm going to scoot up over here. Maybe throw it out this way. Let's see. Here we go. Alright, we are waiting. Alright, we got one on. Reeling it in here. Here it comes. Alright, what do we get? Oh, man. A flounder. Okay. This one says uncommon, so the options here are uncommon, rare, and then very rare. So I think we'll send our little flounder back out there. Let's cast it again. There are sharks, but there's different requirements for them. Yeah, it looks like same thing there, huh? Yeah, it's a little lame here. I released that one again. We'll send one more here just to see what we can get. Earlier I was trying this out and I ended up getting a barracuda, which was pretty cool, but we are reeling one in. Let's see, what is this? A snook? I don't know. It says it's rare, but go ahead and keep that one. Alright. So let's see. We'll jump back over and see. And maybe we can scoot up here a little ways. So this is obviously the plane. We walked across here. We're right around in here. Go ahead and set it to run so we're not waiting forever. I think I'll have to figure out the shark one. I think for the time being, you know, we caught a few there. We released a few. I think we'll just jump back in here. I'll get the plane resituated and we'll head back to Key West. So I will see you guys in just a second here. Alright guys, welcome back. We got the plane manhandled back off the beach there, and we are ready for takeoff. Alright, flaps are up. Trim it out here a little bit. Take a peek and see where we're at. I was having issues with this earlier. Oh, it looks good now. Better at least. I think we could probably set this to 600 for this one. Sync our heading bug. Gonna turn that on. We are dropping down. We can go ahead and turn our heading bug back. There we go, that doesn't look too bad. Not sure what happened in that altitude there, but sort of dropped down a little bit. We'll go ahead and set our vertical speed to, oh gosh, I don't know, let's go to 500. We're only climbing to 600 feet anyways, so that's not too bad. Once that levels out, I'll go ahead and jump outside the airplane here and we'll take a look. We are leveling out. Let's do a quick flyby. Heck yeah, that looked awesome. That was courtesy of Chase Plane right there. I think maybe as we get closer to that cruise ship, I'll use that as our thumbnail. You can see it's not loading in super well, but wherever those crosshairs are. Hopefully as we get closer that loads in. Gosh, I hope that loads in better. So far, it's not looking great. Let's go and switch our autopilot off. That's disappointing. Alright, well, let's try and come back around and get a better shot. It looked better there. I guess that's something at least. Game's been a little bit more glitchy for me lately. I'm not sure what's up with that. Just had some issues there with the camera system. So bear with me, guys. You know, it is still just a game, so. Try and get a cool screenshot here for a thumbnail. Alright, that wasn't bad, even with the random boat floating. Let's go ahead and see if we can figure out where we're supposed to land here. And do so without crashing, because boy, that'd be a bummer. Alright. So, right around where the crosshairs are, right there is where I want to land. I think we'll do one more notch of flaps. There we go. don't want to get going too slow to where we stall.
Gears up for water landing.
Alright, that was pretty hard. Let's get her spun around here so we don't hit the rocks. Alright, well, as previously stated, I'm not exactly great at landing these, but if you want to see me fly more of those, just let me know. I will try and practice them. But we are somewhat safely back down on the ground here, at least floating around. So that's going to be it for this flight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe. Let me know where you want to see me fly next, whether it's the Virtual Sightseer or Backcountry. I'm up for either one. I'll see you guys in the next one.